Hello everybody, welcome to Women's Talk Time. I'm here once again with yet another topic, and this is even more interesting. Last two episodes we have seen a whole lot of things, how to think positive, then how to accept yourself and not to compete and not to compare yourself with others. Today we have something on habits. What are habits? Have you ever wondered? We have so many, like even from childhood in our school days, we have written, compositions on habits. What are good habits? What are bad habits? So we all have these habits. So what are our habits which we want to change? That is a question for the day. See, we all have habits. For example, let's begin from morning. We put an alarm for 4:45 because we want to wake up at 5 o'clock. Why? Because we snooze our alarm every day. So in advance, we have a habit of snoozing, so we put it at 4:45. Now I wake up, I get up from my bed, I come to my hall or the living room and I sleep on my sofa. That's yet another habit that I have. Have you noticed that? Like this, we all have small habits. Do we get any extra pleasure, any extra joy from these habits? Certainly not. It is just a habit. We just do it because we've always been doing it. We just do it because it is a pattern we have fell into. This is what we need to become aware of. So there are so many habits we think, I want to stop doing this. I want to get out of this habit. Why do you want to get out of this habit? Because the nature of habit is to bind you. It does not give us freedom. It always binds us. It gives us unhappiness. It gives us sorrow. It gives us inconvenience. But life, the nature of life is to become free. That is why every person wants to be free of these habits. At some point of time they feel, I am bound by this. I want to get rid of this habit. These are patterns that we fall into. And how do we break this pattern? It is a very interesting question. How do we break this pattern? So here we have some tips from Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar ji, who says that it is easy to break this pattern. And the easiest way to break this pattern is with vows, taking vows, time-bound vows. Do not decide that, I am going to stop this forever. No, time-bound vows. What are time-bound vows? Suppose I have the habit of smoking. I want to stop smoking. How do I stop smoking? And I decide, I'm not going to smoke ever again. Immediately our mind will rebel because our mind does not want to stop like that. Cannot. But there is no concession there for the mind. But suppose we say, 1 week I'm not smoking. After that I'll smoke. Mind feels more relaxed. Our mind feels, there is some concession. It is only for 1 week and it abides. It does not rebel. It is easier to practice the vow that we make for ourselves. So time-bound vows. And then what do we do? Suppose, I have a habit of swearing and using bad language. I decide for next 1 month, I am not going to do. After that, maybe I can swear for all I want, but for the next 1 month, I will not do it. And then I follow through it. Great. For 1 month, I do not swear. Then I take a break. The vow time is over. Then after a break, I set another time and I set another period for this to happen. To do this, I will not do it for another 3 weeks or another 4 weeks. So we slowly keep increasing this period of vow. And then we achieve our goal of making this our nature. We achieve the goal of breaking the pattern. More than changing habits, it's breaking a pattern. We achieve this goal of breaking a pattern. It's a beautiful exercise, Sometimes maybe we are not able to keep this vow. I decide I won't smoke for 7 days, and then on the 5th day I just cannot control myself and I smoke a cigarette. It's okay, or take a puff. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Start again. Start over. Another 1 week. Decide, fine, I did this, done. Fine, but I will do this. And gradually increase the period, like I said earlier. And we break this pattern and we have this new nature. Naturally, we come out of this habit. So there's a word for this in Sanskrit. It's called Samyama, being in control of our mind. Now, in this Samyama, what happens? Sometimes we break this. We're not able to keep this vow. What happens? We go on a guilt trip. Oh, I am no good. Oh, I am so, I have not progressed at all. All this, I feel miserable. I blame myself. No need. There is a second choice we have. Sometimes when we fall into this old pattern, we need to look at it as an opportunity. We need to think positively. See, okay, fine, I'm just falling into this old pattern. Come on, this is the time I can practice Samyama. This is the time I can practice controlling my own mind. That is a positive way of looking at such a situation. And then you work on it. And then we get out of this habit. Interesting? Yes? Now comes the big question. Are we aware of the habits that are harming us? Are we? It is these patterns these patterns and these habits that we fall into. It actually does not give us any extra pleasure. It is just out of habit we do certain things. For example, say I eat a lot of sweets. I have to eat. After every meal, I have a whole bunch of sweets out here and I'm eating it. Chocolates, ice cream. Is this much sweet good for me? No. I know that it is not good for me. Not eating does not give any pain. But it is out of habit. I have been doing this for ages and I'm still doing it. It is breaking that pattern, breaking that old pattern, breaking the habit, which is very important. It is a play of the mind. It is not really from the tongue or from my stomach. I am not hungry. I'm not eating sweet because I'm hungry. I'm not eating sweet because I'm craving for sweet. If I'm craving for sweet, I have to have one piece of sweet. No, I have, tons of ice cream every day. That is not good. So we have to identify what are the habits that are good for me and what are the habits that are not so good for me. That is the first step. And then taking short-term vows, we need to get out of these old patterns, break these patterns. It's a very interesting process if we can do it. We have been doing so many times. Take a moment's break and take how your daily routine is. What do you do every day? And then you can see how the patterns, what all patterns we have fallen into. And slowly and gradually we can identify these patterns and then save ourselves quickly. No, not quickly. That is the problem we make. We will try to do it quickly. No, give yourself time and space. Be patient with yourself. Do not go for lifelong vows. I will never do this. No, it doesn't work. The mind will, like I said earlier, what will the mind do? The mind will rebel. But if we have short-term vows, then it will be much better. So I hope that what we just discussed, you are able to implement it in life. I'm saying again, I often say this, it's not what you hear or what you see that makes a difference. It is actually what we implement in our life that transforms our life and makes it beautiful. That's all for the day. Next week I'll be back again with yet another topic which hopefully will make your life more beautiful, more wisdom from the masters. Thank you all for listening to me. We'll come back next week. Until then, bye-bye.
Women Talk Time എന്ന ഈ ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക, ആസ്വദിക്കുക.